Hi guys. So I guess I've been wanting to do a YouTube video for a while. Not even really sure why. I guess some people do it just because you have to keep the content fresh. You keep your followers and subscribers, otherwise you lose them. And which it seems like stupid. It's like just because you don't post something every day, someone's gonna have the nerve to sit there and go, "Oh, I don't want to follow you anymore." Because God forbid, there's one day where I don't get a new piece of content from you. So, I don't know. This guy is my roommate Sherbert because he looks like Sherbert ice cream. My he's not real. I know he's not real. I'm just pretending that he's real right now for the purposes of this video. No, this is a stuffed animal named Sherbert, and my good friend Blue left him behind when he moved out of my house. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's been crazy recently. um, so, I've been in this house for about a year now? 2 years? Jeez. Like, I don't even know anymore. I bought it in this. Technically, I signed for it in December of 2020. So then I went all through 21 and all through 22, and now it's the start of 23. So yeah, technically, roughly 2 years I've been in this house. Huh. That's interesting. And then, of course, about a month ago now, my dad passed away. So that's a thing that happened, and that's an interesting one. It's like it that one stinks because it's like I guess I don't know. Like right now, even as I'm talking about it, it doesn't like hurt me emotionally to say it. My dad's gone. He passed away. Like I say that now, and it's not that I'm purposely trying to say it with any confidence. It's just it's just a thing that happened. You know, oh, so and so got fired at work. Oh, there was a tree fell over a block away. It's just a thing, I guess. Um, I will admit that I did not spend enough time with him in the end as much as I mean, I wanted to, don't get me wrong, but, he lived really far away from me, and, I'd get a hold of him like, hey, do you want me to come out? And it's like, well, no, I don't want you to come out. It's not that I don't want to see you, it's just, I've either got somebody else at my house doing medical stuff, and I don't want you to see that. Not that he didn't think I could handle it, because I could handle it. It was more just like, I don't want you to waste an entire trip to come out here to watch somebody stretch me out or take my blood or give me a sponge bath. And it's like, well, I could probably do that if you want me to do it. But, you know, and I don't know, like, how do you feel? How do you feel when you lose somebody that you never really spent that? I mean, I spent time with them, I think. I mean, I know I did. It's just you try to remember things specifically, and then you ask yourself, well, is it enough? Is it enough? Did I spend enough time with this person? Was I there to leave some sort of a lasting impression on this person that they're going to remember me for the good that I am or that I did, and vice versa? Am I going to remember the good that this person did? Um, my dad was definitely rough around the edges for a lot of reasons that I'll probably, that I'm not going to get into. I don't want to necessarily air any dirty laundry out, but he was who he was, and he's no longer with us, and it stinks. I haven't really had any moments where, well, like sports, I guess, because usually, like on Sundays, I would text him or he would text me, you watching the Browns? Well, they suck. What else is new? It's the Browns. Despite all those moves I heard about today on Facebook, it's like, nope. I personally blame the Browns organization, like the people up high who own the team and run the team. Not the people who set foot on the field, because I'm pretty sure you have a lot of talent on that field. It's just if the people up top suck or don't know what they're doing, then the people below them are not going to know what they're doing either, and then it all just kind of spirals out of control. And then I saw Spiral too. Speaking of which, I saw Spiral with Chris Rock, right? That was interesting. Like, yeah, it's nice to see that they're continuing the Saw like legacy, I guess, but it technically had nothing to do with Jigsaw. Like, I hate to spoil it, but that movie had nothing to do with Jigsaw or the old guy. You know, it was just it was like a knockoff type of thing going on. And you get to the end and you're like, okay, I wasn't expecting it to be you, and now that I know that it's you, it's kind of like, well, it makes sense, but like why? Like that he they tell you why, but even then you're sitting there like, well, that almost seemed like an entire waste of a movie to go through all of that just for this. But like it didn't suck, but it wasn't really good either. Like the scenes where you're seeing people in the traps, the machines, it's like you only see it for like 2 seconds and then it cuts away to something else, and it's like, no, 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 go back. I want to see body parts. I want to see people like really getting ripped to pieces, and I don't think you see enough of that in this movie. It was just very like almost like daintily done. Like, oh, it's a new generation of people. We got to tone it down. We can't make this into a true slasher flick like we used to. So out of five, I guess I give that like a two, 2.5. Like you could sit there with a pizza and a hard Mountain Dew, Baja Blast flavor, and you could watch that with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever and enjoy yourself. But you're not like, I don't think you're really gonna be like screaming at the screen. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. And then of course I've been trying to keep up. I'm trying to finish How I Met Your Mother. I started watching that a little while ago because when I was living with my mom before I moved into this place that you see around you, um, it was on FX for a little bit. How I Met Your Mother was on FX for just a little bit, and you see like, I don't know if it was in order or not, but you see the random episodes, and it's a funny show, but it also has really really deep moments in there that I like, real honest emotion where there's no music in the background to kind of sugarcoat it. Um, it's just dead silence for a second, and then a character says something deep and meaningful, and I feel like I could really relate to a lot of that. I can definitely feel like I relate to Ted Mosby. Um, I mean, I think my biggest issue, if anything, is that I just do not know how to talk to women at all in the least bit. I do it. I do it mainly through the internet just because I'm afraid to do it in person. And if I do ever do it in person, it's really, really bad. Or I don't know. But yeah, I do feel like I can relate with Ted Mosby. He's definitely a character. Like he's you see him go through the highs and the lows. There's days where he just feels really, really good about himself, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna meet the one. She is out there. I know she's out there, and I'm gonna definitely find her. And then he doesn't find her, and then he's down here having one night stands or meaningless relationships, or he's like trying too hard and he makes an idiot out of himself, and he ends up talking to stuffed animals. No, I don't think he actually talks to stuffed animals. But no, I mean, I'm at season 7 right about now, I think. Yeah. So like now he's got his own place, like completely his own place. He's not with Robin. Um I mean, this is like a weird world we live in, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel there are days where I feel really, really optimistic for myself. I truly do believe that there is somebody out there somewhere for me. I don't know where she is, and I know it's a her. I know I like women, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I like. I mean, I know I made a previous YouTube video a while ago where I said, I said something to the effect of just give a guy a chance. And I still truly believe that 100%. That, and it's not that I'm shaming women or that I'm, you know, looking at you in disgust. It's just, if you're even in the least bit considering the idea of dating somebody, a guy, and a guy, it doesn't have to be the guy that you're thinking of, but if a guy comes up to you and starts talking to you, you know, you're at a bookstore, you're at the um, you're at the grocery store, you're at a bar, you're at a park. I mean, granted, I understand that to some extent, you women don't want to be approached in potentially sketchy situations, so there is a sort of fine line there. But, if a guy genuinely seems like he wants to have just a straight up conversation with you, you know, let it happen. No one says that you have to go out with the guy. No one says you have to give away your personal information. You don't have to if you don't want to, but at least, like, talk to the guy. Don't just immediately, like, shun him away. You might at least have a good conversation out of it, and then you might think to yourself, well, okay, fine. One meal or whatever he suggests isn't going to kill me. I guess that's where my mind goes, and I'm sure that probably comes from a place of desperation because it has been a very, very long time since I've been in an actual honest relationship. But it almost doesn't seem like, at least with the women that I've interacted with, and I'm not going to mention any names, but it seems like these women don't even want to like give me a chance, I guess. And no guy and no gal either, no female either, but no guy should ever have to scream at the top of his lungs what kind of a guy he is or how good he is just to get the attention of a woman. Good guys finish last. No, good guys don't necessarily finish last. Not always. There are some good guys that end up in good situations, good relationships. Um, you know, just as long as you don't, like, there's a fine line of selling yourself as an individual, as far as you you don't want to come off, cocky and arrogant. You just want to sit there and go, here's who I am, here's what I'm about, here's what I would like, as far as I would like a relationship, and I would like for it to last a very, very long time if humanly possible. And if you're looking for the same thing, then I'm right here. Let's at least attempt something. And if it doesn't work out, that's totally fine. But at least we tried. It's not like we're just going to find one tiny little thing about the other person and then run away and go, nope, I didn't like the way his nose looked, so I can't date him. Don't make up excuses, dare I say. you know so yeah, I've been in this house for 2 years now, roughly, and these are the things that I think about when I'm in this house by myself. I tried to get my one friend to move in with me. He doesn't want to. It's okay. At least I got this guy. No, I mean, I've got some stuff hanging on the walls. I got furniture. There's a couple little small things I need to do here and there, but I got internet. I can watch TV and stuff. It's smart. I got some smart stuff going on, and I'm going to keep adding to it. I'm going to get some tools in a little bit in my garage, so I could probably start doing some stuff in my garage myself to figure out. I need some shelves. There's like a shelf there right underneath my TV, and then there's a shelf right over here behind this couch that I want to put in. And I need some help doing that. But I honestly did not think I was going to be able to make this work. Living in a house. The one thing that made the difference, I think, was for me to just not to stop drinking completely, but to very much so limit my spending at the bar. When you live at home with your mom and you don't have a whole lot of bills to pay, she doesn't make you pay bills, or at least like pay a rent or anything. All I have is a credit card. It's like, well, I work second shift, so I get out at like 11 midnight, right around there. It's like, well, what do? You go to the bar for last call. So you stop doing that and you stay at home and you mess around with stuffed animals and you stream stuff like How I Met Your Mother, and you relate to Ted Mosby, and you want to find your Robin, and you make YouTube videos where you just, talk about your life in general, and God, hope that there's just, one other single human being out there who might, in the slightest bit, just relate to you. And then it just so happens that they live really, really close by, and then they say, let's meet up. And then you make a friend out of it or something else. I don't know. Yeah, no, I like don't get me wrong, I don't mind being alone. Like nothing against my mother, but I needed to get out of the house, out of my mother's house. But now that I'm alone here, it's like, boy, I wish I had at least like one friend to live with me, or at least like a girlfriend, like someone else, just another voice or another body, just to kind of fill in the empty space a little bit, just so I don't have to like do this with a stuffed animal. So I have like an actual body next to me. That would be nice. Yeah, just somebody else to hog the bathroom, to leave dirty dishes in the sink, to do their laundry right when you need to do the laundry, right? Or you tell them it's their turn to cut the grass and they don't want to cut the grass and all that jazz. So, yeah, it'd be nice to have somebody in here. But I don't know, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking. That's what goes on inside my head. I don't even know what goes on inside this guy's head. Don't ask me. I don't know shit. So, this is my hold on. Let's see if I can do this better. Grab this. Alright, so this is the outtake section. No, I'm kidding.